Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. So we have to take we have to make a flip in political party power in 7 months. So we'll get 2 clicks of 2%. So if this increases, so that's a 4% swing. Like it should be 4% reduced from the Democrats, and then we should go up by 1 or 2%. It is going to be hella close. But I can't lose a percent per month. That's just not sustainable. That's really tight as far as manipulating that to work. Yeah, we have the money. They just don't want the nuclear plants. More foreign investment money. We're almost to $1 trillion invested. Which almost results in $1 billion invested, or in weekly income. I don't know if we make our election, though, with our political power thing. It's going to be very close. Yeah, because this is still at 31.9%. I guess this refreshes on the month, probably. I just need that event that costs like 50 political power to pop. Alright, so what is our intel on our Air Force 2? I think we have like 2,500 fighter jets. I just want to get an intel comparison. Yeah, so we have 2,000 Astracons active. Oh. That'll help us out, probably. Yeah, I should take that. Even though this is the better thing for us to take, this, because it lowers the political party and the popularity of Western by a significant sum. Yep. Look at that. That's the election right there. Game over. We won. We actually won. Oh man, the events. The events, guys. I'm not going to call it yet, but that's very good for us. That does help us out because we were not going to make that election as we were standing. Just not in time. Ooh. I can choose some things in our doctrines on this playthrough. Nations may select up to 2 paths, and then a superpower gets another. So, unconventional warfare gives us division changes, direct division increases. We could start Lend-Lease. This is a health increase overall, maybe? And this is some compliance. Yeah, I like the deterrence effects. That's pretty good. Intelligence is nice. Honestly, I don't really want to attack minor countries because we're a minor country. It's kind of maybe I should take that. But this lowers compliance growth speed too. That's just tough all around. Point defense on tanks, so we're gonna take that. It's actually a really tough decision there for our doctrines. Because if I go defensive, these are overall defense bonuses. Whereas these actually help us with some like baseline increases for offense and defense. Org loss when moving. That applies even on offense. That's really good. That's if we have forts. That's nice. Lower org loss while defending is kind of huge. Movement speed applies everywhere. This applies everywhere. This applies everywhere. And that's on... It's not on defense. So that looks like it's better. What? Encirclement penalty is crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and take these. One of these 3 techs. Gives us crazy entrenchment. This is baseline division defense though, and entrenchment speed. This increases max entrenchment. No, we have to take that. And the org loss and land knight attack. Yeah, I think these are just benefits. Doesn't even look like there's a loss for us there. And we'll start working on dual purpose missiles. And we're going to wrap up October here. Still the first political party. As we're approaching that 30% mark by ourselves. The Togo wants to have a trade agreement with us. Nice. That sounds cool at least. We're approaching 17 trillion. So that 20 trillion mark is the next research slot. I would be very mad if we're locked behind space program because of major power status. I could see that being a thing, like a hidden barrier. Yeah, and we are at that 400 spare light fighters. Alright. Now let's check the internal weapons bay. I just want to see where we're at. Yep, air to ground. So this will be finishing up shortly. We're going to go ahead and research this. Get our medium fighters going. So we can soup up their range and get crazy max range on them. Alright, and Europe does like us. Keep pushing for diplomatic things. That's to our benefit in the short term. Faction alignment is still the same. I don't see any major changes. That's good. The Navy. We do have some vessels that finished up. We'll go ahead and add these in the Caspian Sea. And then the Chechen Theater. What is that? Are these not active? Like, how do we not have naval control? Alright, well, we finished SAM, so now we're just going to work on hypersonics. Sorry, not hypersonics, cruise missiles. So we do have max tier SAMs available. Alright. Rostov. What is this? Why are there so many different copies of the same SAM? Like, assigning it a country from its original design is quite annoying. 2035 somewhere. Right? Maybe? Maybe not. See 2025, so. Alright, what are we looking at? Yep. We'll go ahead and take that. We're fully able to stop boosting our political party gain as well. So we'll be able to recover this when our additional expenses go away. So perfectly fine with that option. Yep. Probably the best option for us. And I'm not going to spend any more political power on boosting our election chance. I think we're pretty safe. We have an 8% lead with 5 months left. effectively. Oh, and we actually went positive. That's crazy too. I don't think there's any. Yeah, this map, this playthrough has kind of gone into a lull the last like 5 years when we were in economic turmoil. Europe stopped expanding. Same with the United States. China too. I think everyone's just building equipment. Production wise, we're about where I'd want to be. I think we're upgrading missiles. It should let me convert reserves. Like, I find that to be lacking. But in a couple months, we'll be over our target goal. And I can lower our expenditures, increase our construction rates, and then we're just worrying about pop. Yeah, somehow we have 5 factories too. That's probably from getting our business happiness up. It lowers tax costs. We're just barely eking out a positive balanced budget. Like 30 million positive is wild. And our tax cost is down to 29%, so that is definitely from the business influence. Oh man, the lull due to the debt crisis, that was a problem. If I was still non-aligned, I would have been able to make moves much faster. This region absolutely destroyed the playthrough effectively, but I did learn how to better handle stuff, so it was worth it in the long run because I'll be more effective in other playthroughs. God, that's horrible. Yeah, because I won't have to have subjects for as long. Especially if I can break it down to like one province, everything else is annexed. That way I'm not concerned about losing the vast majority of productivity and population. I think this is going back up. Yeah, they're getting a huge daily bonus. Emerging is just getting wiped off the map. Yeah, that's pretty rough. I might actually have to put political power into this. I don't want to, but I will if I have to. So I'm just going to stockpile it ahead of the election. Because all we're going to do is we're going to split their alignment of those political parties dead even. I think if you neutralize those right now, they're at 15%, 15.5 each or so. What a time. They caught the autosave when this window was closing. Just perfectly. And that's air to ground, so internal base. 3 years for those internal bays too. Yep. And our propaganda boost ran out, so that is why I need to, or not propaganda, but our, yeah, it is propaganda campaign. Yeah, so our non-aligned propaganda campaign ran out. So we'll probably lose some of our gains here. Fairly quickly, too. It is 2043 too, so we are in the election cycle. Time frame. Let's check what we can invest. Sudan region. Yeah, it requires too much. Oh, we have enough money. It must have just cycled through. All right. Got a little bit more foreign investment going. We only have 4 projects. Yeah, if that non-aligned propaganda pops up again, I'm definitely choosing that. As we are possibly losing ground a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out in the next month how bad that shift is. Does it give us a rebellion option? I mean, we could hold an extraordinary election and push this faster. I've never actually tried this. 90 political power is pretty expensive, but we'd go ahead and get an early jump. Yeah, I may stop my war deck though because I may run out of political power. I don't want to take it. Fundamentally, I just don't want to take it because we don't have a ton of political power. It takes quite a while to get it up. All right, so we're gonna lower our jet production now that we're over 500 spares. So we halved our production. So let's start with the trade items here. Steel, it looks like we're stuck. So let's go ahead and cancel everything there. We're gonna keep trading with the Republic of Africa. I'm assuming. Tech metals. God, we don't need that many. So we're going to cancel that. Light metals and rubber. Alright, we're going to cancel all of it. Looks like we have a significant deficit across the board still, but we want more factories available. We're going to trade with the United States of Europe, hopefully maintaining friendly relations. Looks like Africa. 4 for 26. 16, that'd be 32. So we are going to overpay. And let's trade with the US. You may have to trade with the Urals and such, but we'll start with these countries. Steel, we're okay. Tech metals is what got us. As we're refreshing our trade routes. Brazil, Canada, Morocco, even the Indonesia territories, selling theirs off. Good with China and Myanmar and all these. I really am fine with 3. It's when we go to the 2 for 1 that I'm not. That's just too much. I guess we'll keep trading with the Urals as well. Alright, let's see where that puts us. We're positive 27. Alright, so we can stop these. These that we do not need. We can get rid of the 7 of these. So 6. That's probably where we need to sit. We've got too much precious metal as well. And we have freed up military industry. Can we dump into this without... So we go from 15... It increases 2 and 3. We can do 4 of these, right? And still be okay, minus the steel, I guess. Eight of 8. And we'll just go ahead and bump these up. We're still short steel. Come on, guys. Construction, where are we at? Yeah, so that gave us a whole nother stack of construction factories to work with, realigning like that. Even though we can't support our IFVs. Alright, helicopters. We just need to get it started. Yeah, we're down to 29%. Go ahead and do... We'll go ahead and do the propaganda campaign. This is approaching too fast with 5 months, or with like 3 months left. We'll run a slight deficit. All right, and then let's look at rail lines here. I know we finished the roads. We definitely need naval yards all the way around and naval bases. Preferably the existing ones first. And then we want as many as we can get for repairs. Coastal forts. And obvious land forts as well, wherever we can. Looks like we do have a ton of land forts on that side, though. That's nice. We'll just defend the whole thing. Then rail line wise. Alright, we don't need, we just upgrade that. And that. And then we'll build something else. Going from our original around. Something like that is a little bit more effective, and then we can put a supply hub there. And then along this border as well. Yeah, it's a little bit better just doing that alone. And we definitely want a supply hub here. We got one there. This would be nice as well to have one. You know what? We'll take it. So those are fine. This would be good for support and defense. So we'll get these built up. Radars. Why did I think we had those? Right, I annexed that. That's why none of it's built. Yep. I did this to myself. Just because I annexed the territory. Okay, artillery, we're good here. Infantry. Still need to get some experimental tech. Yeah, we're gonna want all these helicopter researchers now. Alright, so we're over 31%. How the election cycle has shifted. Oh yeah, I am gonna need political power too. To shift global intervention, aren't I? 200. So I need a lot anyway. We have what, 2 dedicated researches already. That'll be enough. 2 there. Naval is going to be the next thing after helicopter design. We definitely need engines. Can't even design one. We need mounted early nose cannons. Those are quick. Part of the first world. Our neighbors are pushing us. Yeah, we get +3 from propaganda. That's the only benefit we have. And then we're losing more than we're gaining from other parties, so we have no change. Actually losing probably. Yeah, we should spread our influence to our neighbors, but not really easy. That's not an easy choice or option. And then we also need to switch from global trade to export and mixed. That'll help our resource situation. Yep, almost a 92% office fulfillment now. People need to have more population, so more babies. What are we getting for GDP growth? We're at 1.5%. That's okay. All right, cool. Stop there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next episode.